Texas Propane Gas Association began in 1944. TPGA is an advocacy trade association for the energy industry here, specifically the propane gas energy business here in the state of Texas. And advocacy meaning both on the regulatory side and legislative side.
Oh, I feel like legislative efforts is definitely at the top of TPGA's priorities.
Having our backs against legislation that would be detrimental to our business.
There's always somebody trying to make our life harder by putting new rules in.
The amount of regulations were almost non-existent, and now we have many different agencies that regulate us.
And the way that TPGA handles the amount of bills has really opened my eyes to how hard they work on a daily basis.
We've accomplished major things. House Bill 2663, I think, is the most major during my time.
In 2011, I was elected president of the Texas Propane Gas Association, and one of our goals that year was to have a House Bill 2663 passed.
And which allows all marketers to use that single book to comply with all the rules and regulations here in the state of Texas.
Most of the propane companies have to deal in multiple municipalities, and everybody had their own rules. And after the passage of 2663, everybody works with the same rules.
We felt like passing this legislation would be advantageous to the marketers and maintain a base safety line that would be good for all citizens in the state of Texas.
We adopted national standards starting in 1998 and then again in 2003. Well, 98 was NFPA 54, 2003 was NFPA 58. Prior to that, we had Texas local rules, and they were not based on any type of scientific development or usage. They were basically just feel good or wild guesses. And by adopting national standards, we now had a single set of rules that were recognized across the United States.
In 2017, TPGA, we were able to overturn legislation that would require members to periodically re-examine. These are members that have been in the industry 10, 25, 50 years, and we got this overturned, and I believe it was a big success for the industry.
4 years ago when I was president of the association, we were able to go to the state legislature and we had a tax on alternative motor fuel vehicles in the state of Texas. We were able to get them to repeal that tax for us.
TPGA has had a major role in expanding the Texas Emission Reduction Program administered by the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality.
And I know that this year there was $1.4 billion that TERP had to help clean up the air.
So our members and their customers have leveraged millions of dollars this past year because of that program.
I definitely think that we get our money's worth when it comes to membership fees, when it comes to dealing with legislative efforts.
Because most retail propane marketers are small and it's hard for them to make a difference, but with this trade association we're able to all get together, vote, and come forward as a large united group.
Well, without us to fight in Austin for the rules and regulations, we would be just a little single guy that would get nothing done.
Our strength is our members in legislation. Our grassroots efforts are second to none, and when called upon, they definitely act and will help in the efforts in the legislative atmosphere.
It's not just about advocacy, it's not just about regulatory. Anything our member needs help with, we try to find a solution for them.
They offer a lot of information, a lot of materials that we need to stay in compliance.
If you would have asked me why you should be a member of TPGA, I would tell you that the biggest thing you can get from TPGA is knowledge.
I think our communications help our members be informed.
And the emails that we get that they send us, the Monday Morning Messenger, the newsletter.
Awareness is key. This is not your old propane company or old propane business of the 60s and 70s.
It does come quickly, and sometimes there's some significant changes that you may not be aware of.
If it's not the Department of Transportation's, it's the Federal Motor Carrier, or it's, again, OSHA, or one of the other many federal agencies that oversee us.
And those who do not address the changes in the mandatory regs are going to be left behind. And that's the big thing that the TPGA can bring to the members.
I believe that we have saved our members tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars by keeping them up with what is required to stay compliant.
I know for a fact that it's saved us several $1,000s in fines.
There's a wealth of knowledge out there through this association that is at your disposal at any time.
I think you should go to a convention anytime you get a chance.
I like to go to the conventions because you do learn something new every time you go.
It's a blast.
It is. It's
always
a
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Every year we pick great destinations, great resorts. There's a lot to do, a lot to see.
Enjoy one another's company, network a little bit, make friends, renew old friendships, and also it's just great family time.
It's really rewarding to get all the families together and everyone celebrating another great year being in this industry.
We have a lot of discount programs, like we're about to roll out a discount tire program, we have discount emergency response number, we have discount workers' comp insurance.
The other thing that I love about the TPGA is the scholarship fund.
TPGA dealers decided to get together and form a scholarship for someone that was deserving and graduating from high school or college.
You know, due to the generosity of propane marketers and suppliers, the Texas Propane Gas Association Scholarship Foundation has awarded over $100,000 to the children and grandchildren of the industry employees.
I was a recipient in 2002.
You know, I mean, it gives people in our industry, you know, that may not be eligible for any other type of scholarship for their children. Man, it's amazing. It's awesome.
The Texas Propane Gas Association is a great resource for propane marketers in Texas.
The benefit of the industry, and especially with the association having it part of the industry, is the more people you have involved coming together as a collective, the better off it is for the entire industry as a whole.
I often have said that TPGA needs to be and should be a part of your business.
If anybody's going to be in the propane industry in Texas, they need to be a part of the association.
And you make decisions for your company, then you need to be a part of this. It's free knowledge. You learn so many things from being in meetings and meeting your competitors, because when you leave, you're not just a competitor anymore. You got a friend that's a competitor.
We are competitors, but we're in all different areas of Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
New Caney, Texas.
Houston.
San Angelo.
Mineola.
Austin, Texas.
I didn't know that I would wind up in the propane business. After school, I just wanted to work with my dad, who just happened to be in the propane business. And I grew to love this business. We've done so much, we've grown so much in this industry.
I see it can't do anything but grow.
TPGA has solved problems, but more than anything else, they've helped me come to appreciate even more our industry and the people within this industry.
Having done it as long as I have, many of the members have become personal friends, their families. I've watched their kids grow up. They've watched my child grow up. So it does become a unique situation. I don't know if every industry is like it.
It's unlike any other industry that I've ever been in or around.
And every time we get together every year, there's hugs and a lot of camaraderie, and we tell stories and we catch up with everybody. And
being around it my whole life, I think the family aspect of it.
It's almost like a family reunion. You know what I mean? I mean, you get there and you talk with everybody that's in the same industry. They have the same struggles, they have the same challenges, and so on and so forth. And the TPGA is just right there with us all and working through it.
The staff at TPGA, the members, the other propane dealers.
On behalf of our company and my family's company, we want to wish you a happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, TPGA.
Congratulations on 75 years.
It's 2 years older than I am.
Happy anniversary, TPGA. Thank you very much for your support over the years.
I hope it feels better than I do at 73.
happy anniversary, TPGA. We hope we have many more to come.
It's like family. I mean, it really is. I mean, this whole industry is just one big family, and that's really what it's all about.